everybody, welcome to Prescott Gallery of Homes. I'm your host, Steve Irwin. I have a special guest today, which is Heidi.
Hello.
Hi Heidi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good. Heidi Howard, and she is the Business Development Director for First Equity Title Agency.
Yes.
For most people that don't know, First Equity Title Agency came to Prescott and opened their doors last month in August.
Yep.
And tell us where you're located.
So we are at 102 West Gurley Street,
Okay.
Right in between Franny's Frozen Yogurt on Gurley Street and Bloom Tree Realty, right across from the courthouse.
Right across from the court, easy to find.
Yes.
And so, but now we know you from before. You used to work at PAR.
I did.
And tell us about that.
So PAR is the Prescott Area Association of Realtors, and I was there for just over 6 years.
Wow.
And it was an amazing experience. I started when my daughter was a year and a half, and by the time I left, she was 8. So I saw the length of my time there in her height and her clothes and all that stuff. So it was a really good experience. But I was the education and membership director.
I remember that because
Yep.
I was doing some educational stuff at the time.
Yes, you were.
And so we ran into you and your daughter, I think at a restaurant, and I was surprised how big she's gotten.
Uh-huh.
So
It's
they
crazy.
they sprout.
Yeah, she's 10 now. So I've been, it's just nuts.
Well, in a couple more years, she'll be wanting your car keys.
Oh my gosh, stop it, Steve. That's not what we're here for today.
So with First Equity Title, tell us about your office. How's it set up and who are the escrow officers?
Okay, so we are brand new. They put in a lot of time and money restoring the building. It was the old National Bank building.
Yeah.
So we still have the vault in the back.
Oh, I like that.
We turned it into a little kitchen.
Okay.
I would say a kitchenette, but honestly, it's bigger than my kitchen at home. So it's pretty great. And then we've got a room for 6 escrow officers and staff. So
Wow.
total of 10 escrow staff total.
Wow, that's a lot.
And currently we have 2 escrow officers, a senior and an escrow officer. It's Christine House and Patricia Lawler.
Okay.
And we are definitely looking for a branch manager and some escrow assistants. And so we kind of started out real strong. So we're
excellent.
really busy. We've got some great clients and customers. I have always loved working with realtors.
That's right.
So it's my jam, and I love it. I love the customer service. I love the relationship building portion of it. So that is what I do at First Equity, and I market. I market the company and help agents build their business, whether that's helping them market themselves or their brand. My forte is new agents, so I really
good.
like the excited, hungry agents and
That's
helping
right.
them with their different productivity ideas, lead generation, just how do I communicate, what do I do next. The whole process is super intriguing to me.
Well, when we train new agents, we talk about team building and the importance of having a good escrow team to work with your team.
Oh, nice.
And so I know you're a good team player from working with PAR.
Yep.
And so I think that's really important. But between the 2 that you have now, the escrow
Yes.
officers, how many years of experience?
They have 60 years experience of title and escrow between the 2 of them.
Wow.
And these aren't little old ladies. They are young and hip and awesome to work with. I love them. We're already a little family. So both of them started off in title, and then they moved up to escrow. They've done everything from ground to stop or to finish, and so lots of experience. Patricia has been in the Prescott area for 40 years.
So she knows about wells and subdivisions and
Yes.
HOAs, and
Yes.
so good for her.
They keeps mentioning, because obviously there's always been the differences in real estate with the Valley and,
Yeah, that's right.
and Prescott and Yavapai County.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people say, oh yeah, how hard could it be? But it's a different animal.
It's a different animal up here.
Out here. And so they are both so ingrained in the differences there,
Right.
and so they know and they get it, and they can help the title officers and I was also going to say that Patricia had worked for the Yavapai County Assessor
I did not know that.
in planning and zoning.
Well,
Yes.
good.
So for a couple of years. So she's still got connections over there. And we've had the county recorder, Leslie Hoffman,
Yes.
in our office. She came and visited us.
I
and
like Leslie a
it was-
lot.
It was a great visit. And she brought Terry.
Uh-huh.
Yes, so Terry with her. It was really nice to get to know them and let them know, or they kind of were telling us, hey, we're gonna work together, and I just love that.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah.
There, in real estate, we talk about focusing on your area of expertise
Right.
and not working outside your area of expertise. And it's important to know that your folks know the area and they're familiar with
Yes.
how Prescott and Yavapai County works.
Yep.
So that's a great. So really, as well, a lot of people want to know is how can we use First Equity Title to save not only the realtors a little bit of time and hassle, but how to save their clients some money. So you guys have a program for that.
We do. I'm so glad you asked, Steve. We have what we call the Escrow Advantage program. We are connected. Our sister company is Equity Title in the Valley area. They've been there for 26 years. We are all Prescott, 100% First Equity Title, but we've got those friends and partners there, and they've had this program as well. So we also have it offered. The rates are going to be different because the Valley's different and Prescott's different. But what it is it's a listing program. And when you have a listing as a listing agent, you put the verbiage, and we have these cool little forms. It kind of tells you everything that you have to do, but you put some verbiage in there. Title work has begun at First Equity Title Agency, saving 50% off escrow fees for seller and buyer when closed with First Equity.
That's huge.
It is huge, and it's not like a hidden, we're throwing on a bunch of fees at the end. It's all inclusive, so if things come up outside of the preliminary title report that you also get free when you do this listing program, those are also included in that escrow fee.
So we can actually mark it on our listings.
Yep.
That we can save your buyer, whether it's my buyer or someone else's, 50% of that buyer's escrow and the seller's escrow fees.
Yes.
That's huge.
Yep.
That's a game changer for a lot of people.
And it really is, and it's just a suggestion. We are very RESPA compliant. We're not in the business of getting in trouble, making any waves like that.
Sure.
It's strictly just an offer, a bonus. If you want to save your clients that money. Now, you don't have to use this at all.
Right.
And then just pay the regular fees that you would anywhere else.
Sure.
And receive the great customer service that Christine and Patricia and myself offer. But
yeah, I'm always in for a savings.
There
Okay,
you go.
I'm a senior, so I ask for the seniors. I ask for the even though I don't look like it.
And this is going on forever. This is a standard. This is just part of what we have to offer.
That's great.
So it's not.
And I'll take some of those sign-up sheets to pass
Okay,
around. So,
good. I brought extras.
Now, who does First Equity underwrite with?
So we use Old Republic and we have TRG.
But Old Republic is like
Right.
the number one.
Right.
It's pretty big.
Yep.
So standard underwriting,
Yes.
great deal. So I know a lot of agents are on apps now. They want to, it's hard to get someone to call you back, but they'll text you back pretty quick.
Right.
So what kind of apps does First Equity have?
We have one that does your laundry from the office. No, I'm
Wow.
just kidding. Wouldn't that be awesome though? Hey, Robert, get on that. No, I'm just kidding. So what our app is, it's called Equity Mobile. And on there you can do super hyper-focused farming and get the reports for yourself and
So you get a farm kit?
Yeah. And
Wow.
then I always want to be the personal touch person, you know what I mean? Not in an appropriate way, but the customer service side of it, and I like to do that kind of thing, and I'm always happy to do so, get mailing labels or whatever it is, and then, and we can hone it into exactly what kind of client that you're looking for specifically, so you're not sending out 3,000 when actually only maybe 95 are the ones that you're looking for. So
if I'm looking for absentee homeowners in a particular subdivision, people that own homes here but live somewhere else,
absolutely,
like second home.
Second homes.
You can do that.
Yep. We can narrow it down to how long they've owned the home, if it's over 12, and it gives us percentages as we narrow. So it'll say the turnover rate in this area is 2%.
Wow.
Now this area may be 12%. Well, you're definitely going to want to advertise yourself in the 12%.
The 12%.
Right? Yeah. And then so in the 2%, okay, which of these 2% have owned their property for more than 12 years or whatever, and then you could walk up to that house.
Absolutely.
And not tell them how creepy you are by stalking them. I'm just kidding.
So on your app, does it give closing cost estimates and
Yes.
things like that?
Yep, closing cost estimates. And the other thing was the title property profiles.
Oh,
So you
profiles.
So you can pull your own property profiles. Once again, I like to be the one to do that for you. So if you have something you need in advance, if you know of, by all means reach out to me, and I can get you that. It comes in a really nice binder and tabs and the whole nine. Of course, the CMA might be a little bit off, so you're definitely going to want to look through it and make sure it's
verify that everything's
absolutely.
accurate.
But you can just rip those out and put in your own properties or whatever you want to do. And this is all brandable. So we put your branding on there, your information, all that good stuff. But if you are in a bind, you can pull the property profile at home.
Access the app and your. Now, do they have to call you to get the app or email you or something, or just go download it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy. I like that.
You need no permission.
No,
it lets me know that you've done it. Like
most realtors don't want permission anyway. They just want to go do it.
I know, right? Yeah, I will find out though.
You will get a letter.
And then you'll just receive a nice call from me. So no harm, no foul.
Thank you, Car.
Yeah.
So, what other kind of marketing do we provide realtors?
Oh my gosh! So we have the typical. We've got some really great pre-made flyers with different things like the escrow process, Arizona tax calculators, a lot of good, like I, of course, picked out all the new agent stuff, like this is going to help this new agent understand the process.
Sure.
We've got some great guides. We've got the purchase contract guides, which goes through the contract. Super easy to read, different highlights and showing you, this is what needs to go here, and maybe a bullet point like, remember this. And then, of course, I think in there somewhere it says, this is where you put your escrow advantage. But they're really, really nice. Purchase contract, buyer's guide, mover's guide, seller's guide, a relocation guide. The relocation guide is really, really great.
Those are people love those.
And it's beautiful, and it shows you, I love it. It's super accurate and super, it just kind of gives pictures and maps and different information about all the stuff that people need to know if they're moving here, gas, electric, all that, the different utilities, and along with the activities and different things you can do.
Yeah, what we're getting a lot of is open houses because people start online, they love the videos, but a lot of people want to come to town and do open. So you have an open house guide?
We do.
Wow, what are the odds?
Well, of course we do. Do we really? No, I'm just kidding. We do, and we also have an open house guest register.
Oh, I like that.
So that's going to be great, and I would love to do. I haven't gotten to do them yet because I think still with COVID, people are just now starting to feel more comfortable doing those.
Sure.
And feeling like it's going to be a good bang for their buck to spend all day. Agents want to make sure that they get a good crowd through or whatever, but I would love to come and help and set up and help you,
You guys do this? Well,
yes,
that's great.
Yes.
Well, and as we kind of get back into some type of normalcy, we're starting to do the open houses. We're wearing gloves, the mask, we're sanitized, all the things that our county health department recommends. And we've been real lucky that, and we ask people, if you're not feeling well, skip the open house that day. That's fine, because we can always go back and do a private video or Facebook or Zoom type of thing, and that's been real popular. I think one of the things that a lot of people don't understand is that when you're in escrow and for some reason it falls out,
Got it.
then there's a question of earnest money.
Right.
And so with First Equity, your escrow officer just simply read the contract, and whatever the contract says, that's what they follow.
Yep.
And that sounds like it should be an easy question, but reality is a lot of escrow companies do it differently. And so some will require it to go to arbitration or mediation or something. But I really like the idea that the escrow officer was just going to follow the contract, which is what they're supposed to do, and they can release it right then.
Yeah.
So, excellent. Well, so what's the future hold? So you guys are looking to add some more staff?
Yes, we are. We are looking to add more staff. We also have Holly. I didn't mention Holly Baker is our receptionist.
Oh, okay.
Very sweet, wonderful lady. And so,
I think she answered the phone when I called.
Yeah, probably. And I always thought, because a lot of people end up calling me Holly, I said, I don't know. Are we going to have an issue with this? I don't care. It's fine. Holly or Heidi, whatever. We can both help you equally.
The 2 H's.
Yep, double H. So we are an open door policy. We love to have people in there. My escrow officers are so personable, and I take people through all the time and say, hey, this is our escrow officers, and they say hello. They answer their questions really quick. Another thing with Christine House is, and she's our senior EO, she really loves the new agent situation too.
Yep.
So and if anything, I think secretly it's so that she can teach them not to have bad habits. She's like, I can train them the way that I need them to be. So
well, I think I'm in line with her. I'm the
Yeah.
same way. I like the newer agents because we don't have to untrain bad habits.
Isn't that interesting? And I'm just like, yes, you're excited. Let's do it. So you need both. You need both types, right? And I know that when I was learning like at PAR, I had the person who was training me was like a stickler, like with everything. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so
right, you're scared to make a wrong move.
But once I learned the right way, then I could be creative. And that's very, very important.
Well, and there's nothing quite like seeing someone grow into their career field and be very successful.
Right.
So now, do you guys sponsor any training classes or anything like that?
Yes, we do.
Anything coming up?
So we've got, tomorrow is a best of transaction desk with Jeffrey Raskin. And
I know Jeffrey.
Yep, so that's a 3 hours contract law CE. It's $10 via Zoom. It's a live Zoom, so he's going to be getting on there at 9 a.m. And there's plenty of room, obviously, because it's Zoom. There's always room in Zoom. I just made that up myself. I'm going to patent it later. Don't steal it. No, I'm just kidding.
There's always room in Zoom. I can remember. I like that.
And then, let's see, we've got, so we work with this company called Zunami. And they are a mobile marketing app. So you basically will record whatever it is you want to record, whether it's a skit or, in a realtor's position, they would do a home
tour or something.
A home tour or, their own little intro if they want to add it to their website or something like that. But it basically turns a amateur social media person, which 95% of us think we're way better than we are, but
I understand I am not that good, but
so you take your video, you upload it to this app. It's $49 a month, and they allow you to do one video for free, and then anything outside of that in the month period, it's $50 a video. But you upload the video, you give them your whatever pictures or anything you want, and if you don't have any pictures, they have a catalog full, and I've done a few videos. I will be releasing those soon. And they just made it so cute. They made it look like I really know what I'm doing tech-wise. Wow. And I know enough to get myself in trouble, but I don't know all of that, especially to be able to get it done in 5 days.
And that's through your office?
Yes, so we are partnered with this company, and where I was getting at is we have a Zunami workshop coming up on October 9th.
Wow.
Yes.
I think I want to watch that.
Awesome. You'll love it. And so Jason Randolph is the owner of the company. He created it. They are in Scottsdale.
Wow.
And he teaches the class himself. And he's super down to earth, he makes it so easy for you. And so when you do come to the class, you get your first free video.
Wow.
So that's a
Is that
bonus.
a Zoom class or that?
It's a Zoom.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
yeah.
Zoom. Yep.
So.
Yep. And so we've got that one coming up, and then down the pipeline, we're going to have eventually, probably November, we'll have another Understanding Escrow with Doug Bergner, and that one is also a CE class. And then October 16th, I've got landmines in the AAR contract.
Ooh.
So I know that's super. I was like, that's the one I want.
That's the one I want.
I want the action-packed one, you know.
Right.
And so that is with Doug Bergner as well, and that'll be CE credit, and that's on October 16th. But I'll start marketing that one soon.
Well, excellent. And so how do people contact you if they have an escrow or they just want to do an office tour or maybe just come down and meet you or the office staff?
You are always welcome to come by. We're open 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. Okay. Call me, 928-821-8785, or you can email me at HeidiH@firstequityaz.com.
Text message?
Text messages are always welcome.
Okay. And well, Heidi, I appreciate you coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And we're happy that you're in town. That First Equity Title Agency is in Prescott now.
We're very excited to be here. Our ownership and my VP is here all the time. So we've got a great, great, great support system.
Okay.
We are not, well, I don't want to say anything politically incorrect, but we are definitely being paid attention to.
Well, that's good.
And supported, yes.
And,
yeah.
you know, I always advocate for the realtors. They need all the support they can get. These are independent contractors, and if you provide a good service, they're going to use you, right. and hopefully you'll continue to provide that service right. for them, and it just makes everything so much easier because this is a tough market out there.
Yep.
So,
it really is.
Well, thanks for being on the show.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to say just really quick that you reminded me of
What's that?
Is because I was part of the ground up kind of as far as hiring and being a part of grand opening and all that, which stay tuned. We're going to be having a grand opening once we can have like more than 10 people in the room.
Yeah.
But is that I really appreciate about our staff and the people that we have in our office that we have a lot of pride and we're committed to our careers and in being quality employees and people and all of that. So I really, really appreciate that, and I think that is a really great foundation for.
Well, and I can tell you from experience, because I see paperwork from agents from all over Prescott, right? Not just my office, and I can almost name you how, if I get a contract, what it would look like from a particular agent.
Oh, wow.
And the quality of work shows through.
Yep.
And the commitment to doing their job correctly and professionally, it shines through. It really does. And those are the real successful people. Yep. And so I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Heidi, for being on the show.
Yep.
And we're so happy to have First Equity Title Agency in Prescott. With Heidi Howard as their Marketing and Business Development Director.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in. Season 2, Episode 11.